The greatest trash talkers have one thing in common. They back it up. Take Muhammad Ali.
Murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
If you have a big mouth, you better have a big punch. And Ali did. Teddy Roosevelt didn't always speak softly. Telescope Teddy said William McKinley had no more backbone than a chocolate eclair. Truman said Eisenhower doesn't know any more about politics than a pig knows about Sunday. And then there's Joe Biden, who for 50 years has pretended he's the Ric Flair of Washington.
I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
You may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head.
A damn liar, man. And you want to check my shape on? Let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
But Biden, unaffectionately known as the paper tiger of Wilmington, disappears when the bell rings. Biden's taken a knee more than Kaepernick, China, the Squad, the mullahs, his own son. But Washington's biggest talker lost his tongue when the cartels arrived. A gang of migrants broke into the country, pummeled 2 NYPD officers, and while walking out of jail without bail, flipped the double bird to the country that let him in. The 2 birds heard around the world. The symbol of the Biden presidency, right there. The whole migrant gang gave it to us. The free iPhones, hotel rooms, and culturally appropriate meals weren't good enough. They wanted to kick cops in the face and get away with it, just like Black Lives Matter. Call me crazy, but making American students take Zoom classes from home so migrants could sleep at their school may have sent the wrong message. Letting criminals walk into your house and walk all over you, we deserve the double bird. Illegal Latino gangs beating up cops, and the DA, Alvin Bragg, didn't ask for bail. The gang isn't even being deported. It's a sanctuary city. Mi casa es su casa. Half the gangs already skipped town on a free bus to California, so they won't face charges. Maybe they're heading to California for free sex changes. Joe Biden assured us his border policy was the humane way to operate. What's humane about letting migrants kick cops and vanish? The past 3 years has been nothing but a middle finger to America. Foreign nationals storming the beaches of San Diego like it's Normandy. Look at this. Boatloads of strange men breaching our beaches and just disappearing into the streets. Not a single other country permits this except us. America's biggest enemies aren't just sending fentanyl and spy balloons. They're sending brigades of migrants with smiles plastered all over their faces because they know there's no resistance.
China? China. China, ¿dónde vienes? Ecuador, Ecuador. ¿Dónde vienes? China, hi. Hi, China? China?
No, China.
China, China. ¿Dónde vienes? China? China, ¿dónde vienes? Brazil. Russia, okay. Where are you from? Kazakhstan. You? Georgian. Okay, where are you from? Russian, okay.
Did you hear those Russians? Biden won't let Russia walk into Ukraine, but he lets them walk into California. They're letting the third world come in to pick crops, have babies, become citizens, and vote. That's their words, not mine. And we've played you the tapes. Now, a president who treats his country like this doesn't love it. You protect what you love. You cherish what you have. You don't subject it to unwanted waves of mysterious men who kick cops and give us the finger. What about the people who are already here? We're not worth protecting?
What about the people that are already here that don't have homes, that don't have jobs, that are sleeping on the street already? These people came from the airport here, probably on boats, probably on buses, and probably all for free. Now they're getting stipends. They're getting what else? I need money for me and my kids, and I was born here. They want to turn our children to animals. They want our children to be bad and F up. We want better for our community, but this right here is going to be a show, and it's going to be crazy.
Biden's destroying America, Keisha says. How does the man the media tells us has empathy not feel a thing for his own people? Why does he feel more for foreigners than he feels for us? You break into our country, you get handed cash now. Cash debit cards for every migrant who crosses. They come in little envelopes. There's an ATM at Biden's border, and it's coming out of the Treasury. Foreign aid's supposed to go to foreign countries. It's not supposed to go to reward foreigners for invading. Biden's surrendering our sovereignty and showering migrants with presents like he's Santa Claus. And he's not even checking who's naughty or nice.
The people that are coming here, we don't know if they have criminal backgrounds. We don't know if they're child molesters. We don't know if they're murderers. We don't know anything concrete about the people coming here. Now, when you look at what's happening, Venezuela are emptying their jails and telling them to walk to the border. So they're coming to Chicago. We already have enough crime here in the city of Chicago. Now, I've said this before. If you give me 3 meals, housing, child care, education, a voucher for $9,000, you know what? I come to Chicago too.
Me too. I mean, do you know how much $9,000 is to a Venezuelan? You hand that guy $9 grand and he's a Venezuelan billionaire. What kind of president hands out cash to foreign nationals and then 6 IRS agents on American waitresses for their cash tips? Who does that? You ever heard of a banker who unlocks the door to a stick-up man? That's Biden. Democrats thought they were voting for not Trump, but they got the middle finger instead. Soft on crime's compassionate, according to Democrats, because yesterday, 150 House Democrats voted not to deport illegal aliens arrested for drunk driving.
This bill, designed to scapegoat and denigrate immigrants, will not solve the serious problem of DUIs. The bill says that a conviction for a single DUI offense, misdemeanor or felony, makes you instantly deportable, and an admission to such an offense makes you instantly inadmissible. No questions asked. And I hope my colleagues will stop referring to people as illegals. People are human beings.
Break into the country, kick cops, drive drunk. There, you get to stay. Here's $9 grand. Jose can knock back 6 cervezas, plow his unregistered and uninsured jalopy into your truck, walk out of jail, no bail, no show the arraignment, and head to California for a free sex change. And you can't deport him because he's a human being? Barack Obama deported millions of human beings, and the left called him Black Jesus. None of this makes any sense. And by the way, we reached out to Mothers Against Drunk Driving to see if they were mad about this. They didn't get back to us. They didn't care about Paulie P driving drunk either, so not surprised. Oh, and 155 House Democrats just voted against deporting illegals who commit Social Security fraud. So you can break into the country, steal my grandmom's Social Security number, open up a credit card in her name, buy a flat screen, get caught, kick the cop in the face, get bailed out, give me the finger, and drive drunk to California for a free sex change. Biden won't arrest that hombre, but he wants to put Trump in prison for life.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.